It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Buffalo Bills and the Baltimore Ravens. All that and more coming up next.
Autumn has arrived in the Mid-Atlantic region of the U.S., and it is a glorious afternoon at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Buffalo Bills and the Baltimore Ravens. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand, and this is a game where the defenses, they need to be on their toes because you've got quarterbacks here, yes, that can throw the football, but they can also run it very well, too.
Mobile quarterbacks. Remember, for the longest time, they used to tell the quarterbacks, stay in the pocket. We don't want you outside of it at all. Nowadays, that mobility, truly an asset, and people are game planning for it. As a scout told me recently, we are actually working with what the colleges are giving us nowadays.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. From his end zone, Isaiah McKenzie. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. And the Buffalo offense ready to bring out their high-powered attack. And at the center of it all, of course, the rocket arm man in his 5th year out of Wyoming, Josh Allen.
Buffalo gave Allen the most guaranteed money in league history before the start of last season, and boy, did he justify it by playing at an elite level once again, taking the Bills to 11 wins and another division title. Along the way, he threw for over 4,400 yards again and ran for 760 with 42 total touchdowns for a top-5 offense. They were knocked out in an overtime throw against Kansas City in the playoffs, and they will be one of the favorites to win the AFC this season.
Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Marked that down for a win in the defense's column.
From the 29, Allen. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Perfect example of the kind of attitude you have to play defensive back in the NFL. You want to be the only defender around, and you want them to challenge you. And on that play, he came through.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Allen to throw it. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That was their first third-down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third-down throws.
On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. This is taken at the 23. A 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Time to see this wide-open Baltimore offense go to work, and leading them, pretty darn good one. Lamar Jackson out of Louisville.
Another excellent season from Lamar Jackson that was cut short by ankle injury and actually showed just how much he is valued as the leader of the Baltimore Ravens as they went 0-4 down the stretch and missed the playoffs without him. Prior to that, they were 8-5 in a tough AFC North, and he was on his way to his 3rd 1,000-yard season as a runner and career-high marks as a passer.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
5 yards remain on second down. Play action. It's Jackson. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
Injuries delayed Rashad Bateman's arrival into the Baltimore Ravens lineup in 2021, but he still put up 515 yards in 12 games as a rookie. The Ravens do believe a 1,000-yard season is more than possible from their first rounder in 2022. Here, he gets them a first down.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Well, sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion, and I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw a defensive end right in his face because he looked up and he was right there. Didn't even have a chance to get going.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Now it's Jackson. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Partner, I like the play call coming right after a tackle for a loss because this is an obvious passing situation, but instead they fooled him a little bit with the screen, and they wound up getting back what they lost and then a little bit more.
An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down. Jackson. Open man is Bateman. It's complete. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 32-yard line. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup. They clearly wanted to come out, Charles, and be aggressive throwing the football, and they've been pretty efficient along with that aggressiveness. He's now 4 of 4 on this opening drive.
Yeah, and that's led to a fresh set of downs. I like what he's doing back there. You can tell he's at ease, feels good about what he's doing. I think if I'm the play caller, I'm reading that, and I'm continuing to let him throw the football.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They'll go again with Dobbins. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
On 3rd down, Jackson. They'll roll him out right. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
Well, you know, paramount for this defense is trying to keep Lamar Jackson somewhat contained when he tries to run. They did a pretty good job of it there.
And you know what's so difficult for every defense that has to prepare for Lamar Jackson? You have to think and play at the same time. And I know that sounds like something you're supposed to do, but when you have to think about your assignments against him, it often slows down your feet. You don't move as fast. You've got to be prepared for this guy every step of the way and then try and match his athleticism.
So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away.
This taken in at the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So here come the Bills out for their second drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and out.
And now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'm trying to do better here.
Now, that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, on maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
On second down, here's a run with Singletary. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. Allen going to try and throw on 3rd down. Isaiah McKenzie hauling it in. And he is going to have a Bills first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short. Blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. On first down, they stick with Singletary. Taken down at the 47-yard line. They'll toss this right side to Singletary. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. To throw, it's Allen. Escaping the pressure right. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it, and the Bills are going to tie the game at 3. So just enough juice to get the 3, and I think that wind at the back helped a little bit there.
Certainly did, and to me that tells me that that head coach knows his kicker and realized the wind was at his back. That was probably the outer limits of what he could make, and he knew the wind might be able to aid him and get that ball over the crossbar, and it did.
Field goals all we've had so far. 3-3 now as the kick is away.
Duvernay now going to bring it out. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Jackson's going to look to run it.
And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
Jackson.
He finds Bateman over the middle. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Jackson with a handoff to Dobbins on the option. Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
A good gain on first has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29.
Another run here with Dobbins.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
People across the league have Dobbins picked as one of the likeliest breakout players for 2021. Unfortunately, that all changed after a torn ACL, but those expectations still remain the same for 2022. This is a guy who many believe can be one of the league's leaders in rushing this season and a true workhorse for the Baltimore backfield.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46.
Dobbins going to take the handoff on the option. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
On 2nd down, here's a keeper by the QB.
Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave them with a third down.
But now they're in a spot that every team tells us when we have our production means they don't want to be in 3rd and long. And that's because those back-to-back running plays just didn't accomplish a whole lot.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Now it's Jackson. This one to the sideline. He's got it. A nice job to keep the feet in, but he is a bit short here of a first down. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Now, that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the first down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
They're going for it with Dobbins. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on 4th. Well, that is a running back who is not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the C's opened up for him.
Yeah, and this could be a sign of what this defense is in for, because you know all week long the coaches were preaching to the defense, you've got to be able to wrap up against a back like him, or he can make you pay. Technique, technique, technique.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats. So the drive stays alive after the 4th down conversion. 1st and 10 inside the 30. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Davis. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson. That's into the hands of Prochet. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Now Jackson. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
And sometimes when you run a screen pass down in the red zone, it's really tough to create a lot of room to operate. The field's pretty condensed. But that was really well designed there, and they're able to pick up a first down.
They'll go option to the short side. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. That's the linebacker, Matt Milano, getting up and stopping him for a loss. Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Option play, and they'll hand to Dobbins. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Another good drive, Charles, but it looks like another that might end in a field goal try.
They've made some nice plays. They've given themselves opportunities, but as you noted, another field goal attempt coming up. And that's not how they want to end drives. They've got to figure out what's the final touch that they need to push it across the goal line.
Yeah, still yet to find the end zone. Tucker's kick is good, and that'll do it for the first quarter of play. 6-3 is our score after 1. It's the NFL on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession. So all field goals so far, 6 3-yard score as the kick is away. McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Off the play fake. Allen.
He'll get this to Devin Singletary out of the backfield.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. On play action, Allen.
To Crowder, and he's got it on the crossing route.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10.
That's caught by Gabriel Davis.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
That crossing route is so effective when you hit it just right because you get a guy on the move, and then we see the end result there.
It's a nightmare for the defense. They got a guy with a full head of steam.
Not only does he catch it, but he picks up additional yardage after it.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Allen to throw once more. Trying to drop one in, but it's incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Allen to the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Let's just make this one simple. Could he be any more open than he was on that play?
Yeah, they lost him going to the outside.
Hard to believe because you go through your accounting on each and every defensive snap. Who's got who, what defense you're in. That was tough.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss.
And you know what I'm going to say before I even say it.
Yeah, you just cannot take a sack in that spot.
You're exactly right. You can't take a sack in that spot. Potentially now, a 3-point swing right there.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. He had the distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right, and instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
With the football back over to Baltimore and J.K. Dobbins.
A good job in the passing game. Decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it. Typically on the read option play, when we talk about responsibilities, we're talking about what the quarterback has to go through. How about the inside linebacker, though? His job on this play, shadow the quarterback and hold him to a short gain. Did it to perfection.
And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. And this offense on third down today, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. From midfield now, here's Jackson. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. Run those extra defenders on the field. Dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit in the football.
4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. Now this will do the job nicely, as that'll be out of bounds just inside the 10-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Allen now on 1st down. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
That's a nice job there because you got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Allen. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones down.
Allen hit. He lost the football. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. And we know he's got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side. A little loose with the football that time.
And that's normal, especially when you have his type of talents, because you feel like you're into the open field and maybe you don't feel the people who are around you or closing in. All quarterbacks have to do extra ball security drills with the way the game's played now, because defenses, they attack the football as much as they attack the runner.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Early down stuff to put this offense in precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. To throw is Jackson. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. Tucker's kick is good, and they continue to lead in the battle of field goals here. It's now 9-3. So the fumble recovery hadn't set up an ideal field position, but they can muster only 3 points out of it.
Yeah, when you're able to force turnovers, especially when it results in field position like they had, you really want to make it hurt. Here, they take the field goal. That's definitely not what they were hoping for.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive with a little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. To the air, Allen. It's complete. He dials up Davis once more. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down. On play action, Allen. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Allen going to throw. Oh, this is going to be caught along the sidelines. Probably shouldn't have been caught. He's going to lose yardage there. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13.
I really like the angles that the tacklers came from on that play. They secured inside, took away the cutback. The sideline's there, so you can only go so far outside. And they were able to close in and tackle him for a loss.
Yeah, they used your boy over there, the 12th man. Sammy Sideline, right?
Sammy Sideline. You know something? He tackles pretty well, too.
He's tougher than an airport steak. Man open, here is Crowder. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 45-yard line. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
And, partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. And he's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. They'll run on first down with Singletary. And they'll be stopped right at the 30. On a play that started back at the 15, they pick up 15.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They go right back to Singletary. And this time they were ready for him as he's taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. but I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Here's Allen. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and trying to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
The Bills on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Here's Allen to throw it. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
That's a good job there, creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. Allen going to go on 4th down. That's complete to Davis. And he is out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. They're able to keep the drive alive. 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here. 1st and 10. On the counter, this is Singletary. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Allen now looks to throw. He'll get this out wide to Singletary. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Allen going to try and throw on 3rd down. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
The kick by Bass is good. And that trims the lead to 3. It's 9-6 now. So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
So after knocking through the field goal, here's Bass to kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. The best way to do it, touchdowns.
The rush defense stout on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. And Jackson going to run again. And he is going to lose yardage here.
The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And it's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th.
I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Now is the punter, Jordan Stout. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Singletary to get the drive started. Taken down at the 42.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Throwing now is Allen. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try and run for this with Singletary. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a first down.
Now the punter, Sam Martin, called on to kick it away here. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down.
Some teams like to start aggressive to begin a drive, but this is still what you expect to see in normal situations. Just call a simple run, get a few yards to begin the series, and set yourself up for something bigger on 2nd down.
2nd down, here's an option right. The quick feet by Jackson. 14 yards that time and a first down on the keeper. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Jordan Phillips able to drop him for a loss of 4 from his defensive tackle spot.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Now it's Jackson. And the timing a bit off that time as that would fall to the ground. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Throwing is Jackson. And that is incomplete.
That was a nice job defensively of disguising their coverage and making it difficult for the quarterback to lock in on a receiver, and it results in an incomplete pass.
Here's Jordan Stout now. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Bills getting set to go. And you figure, Charles, they have enough time here in the first half, more than a minute, to put a drive together, at least get them in position to try a field goal.
Yeah, they've got all 3 timeouts at their disposal, so I'm actually thinking bigger. With those 3 timeouts, that amount of time on the clock, I'm thinking about trying to get a touchdown and settle for a field goal.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
To throw again on second down. Allen. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on third. A give up the middle to Singletary. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Here's Sam Martin now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll take it on this side of midfield. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. The Raven offense going to take over late in this first half. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. It's a gain of 35.
They started this drive with terrific field position, and it's going to get even better after that play. Had great options with where they started, so they decided to press their advantage, and it paid off.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Steps away, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. Tucker's kick is good, and they double their lead, pushing it up now to 12-6. Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to get this out to the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And you wonder if with Allen's arm, they might just take their chances by dialing up a long one. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. A final shot before half for Allen. Airing one out for Crowder. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. So we're at halftime here in the Inner Harbor with the hometown Ravens on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Back to you guys in a bit. But first, we welcome everyone to our EA Sports Halftime Report. First, though, let's get a check on the next-gen stats from that first half for the Bills. And they weren't able to get a whole lot done throwing the football. That'll likely be a big key if they want to turn things around in the second half. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, we check out their numbers on the ground as they'll try to keep the momentum going into the second half.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. Ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. Taking it about the 1. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Raven offense set to start this third quarter. They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here, and they'll begin by running the option.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain there as he kept it himself at second down.
Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
On second down, a run with Dobbins.
Takes this to the 27, give him 4 yards.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you. The Bills bring out a couple of extra defensive backs to defend this third down play.
Yeah, they're going dime.
Jackson from the shotgun. That's for Bateman, and it's intercepted.
And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
That is a tough way to start the third quarter. You get the football, hoping to drive it down, put it in the end zone, and take the lead. Instead, they give them the football.
And I think the key here is for them to not get discouraged. That is not how they drew it up, not how they saw it in their minds. But there's a long way to go in this game. You know, they've just got to find a way to come back one play at a time. Yes, it's a cliche, but they can get it done.
So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. And they've got to be thrilled with the situation they've inherited here. Thank you, defense.
Thank you, indeed. They set them up the short field ahead of them, and now they've got a good chance to strike quickly and take the lead.
Throwing on first down, but this one lines up to be incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet, so they can work towards another couple of stops. and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
They'll run a draw now with Singletary. Oh, able to avoid him. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
To throw, it's Allen. And he'll get this underneath to Singletary. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on third down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Singletary, they'll go up the middle. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now Allen. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 21. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Another target for Stephon Diggs, and he brings it in. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row, first down.
And these two hooked up on a nice gain to play before, and I always admire play callers that see a play that works and go right back to it, so they went right back to him. The reward, they're set up with 1st and goal.
A kicker fest so far, all points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here. Allen. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down inbounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
On the give, this is Singletary. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down.
No daylight for him to run through there, and he ran into the defensive tackle, and that guy blocks a whole lot of daylight as it is. He is truly a big man who just made a big play.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Here's Allen. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens will take over here just shy of the 30. So a big chance goes by the wayside there. A tough break on 3rd and goal.
Yeah, as a general rule, you know you're usually not going to win games with field goals. But in this case, they had 3 points in their pocket. I get what he was trying to do, but that's a big swing in momentum right there.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. Now an option play on second down. And a pretty good burst there as he gets this across midfield and down to the 46. A good chunk on the ground, and the keeper 17 yards, first down. I'll tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
Dobbins running out of the gun. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Gregory Rousseau able to bring him down.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
Holding offense.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. They'll go again with Dobbins. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. 3 yards is the pickup, but it leaves him still needing 11 here on 3rd down. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And they'll work this down inside the 30. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
And as a former defender, I can tell you with certainty, those are the ones that have you losing sleep at night. I would not like to be in that film room on Tuesday going over that one. Just a pretty poor effort defensively, and it leads to a big play.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. That's Matt Milano firing in from his linebacker position. Remember, they had the nice gain on the previous play, but they just gave a lot of it back right there on that sack.
Yeah, they get the sack, get back some real estate. Felt like the type of play that can spark a defense and swing some momentum. Almost felt like a take that type of a play, didn't it, partner?
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson slings it to Anders, and it's complete. The tight end has it. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. From the gun, it's Jackson. Open man is Duvernay. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. Tucker's kick is good. And you can bump the lead up to 9. It's 15-6. You think about it, that's a pretty important second-half field goal, Charles. That now stretches this to 2 possessions and really kind of ratchets up the pressure on that opposing sideline.
It certainly does, because that interception and adding a field goal to it, that puts them in firm control of this game right now. They're about one more big stop from putting this thing absolutely out of reach.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. On play action, Allen. He's going to try and go deep again. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
At this point in the game, in the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Allen. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Justin Houston making his presence felt there in the backfield.
Well, they got a takeaway on the last drive with an interception. How about this sack as a terrific follow-up? And that keeps pressure on this offense, and it could force them into more rush decisions or another turnover.
Here's Sam Martin now, standing just outside his own goal line. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line.
They'll start with the option.
And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
A little do-it-yourself run right there, and a nice gain.
And I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
Second and 2.
Up the middle to Davis. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
A give, Dobbins trying the right side.
And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw him right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49, a gain of just 2.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
On third down, here's Dobbins.
And he'll get this down only to about the 46. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up fourth down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this third down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. This was the old NFL record distance for decades, a 63-yard attempt. They're not going to get it. They try to move the chains with a surprise, but it's a turnover on downs. They try the fake field goal. It doesn't work out, and it'll be a turnover on downs. The Bills offense coming out, ready to take over. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
And not that the coach asked me, but I do like the call there to start the drive. Looking for something maybe to jumpstart this offense. And they decided to run a little screen play. Maybe give their running back a little bit of space. Mission accomplished. He turns that into good yardage and a quick first down.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Out to the left, he's got his tight end Knox. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. Well, there wasn't much of a window there, Charles. Had to deal with a couple of defenders, but able to find his big tight end.
And, partner, we know double coverage is a challenge for any player to try to defeat. But maybe it's a little easier if you're one of those big tight ends because you have a size advantage on just about anyone trying to cover you, and you can use your body to create some space.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. On play action, Allen. And that is caught. It's Davis. And he's brought down. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They moved it a combined 33 yards.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with first and goal.
Might we see our first touchdown of the game? Here's first and goal. And again, it's Allen. And he's got his tight end Knox for a Bills touchdown. A great play there. There to make the grab. And the Bills are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third.
Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Fields it right around the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. On play action, they'll throw. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
A give up the middle to Dobbins.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle third of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line. He provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Now Dobbins again on 2nd down. And only a couple for him there as the tackle is made at the 42.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson.
And that'll be complete to Dobbins.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. So 8 yards on the completion there, and it'll be 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
The Ravens send their punter out now. They'll boot it away from about his 35. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. There, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here.
Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. Allen's throw taken in there by Crowder.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They've got to go thank the guys on D.
Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
60 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times.
Devin Singletary's in his 4th year in Buffalo, and he's coming off career best in carries and yards, and he's hoping that 2022 is the year that Buffalo runs him to his first 1,000-yard season.
What's the deal, y'all?
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Singletary again. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
On second down, here's a run with Singletary. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Two first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Throwing now is Allen. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. And now it's second down. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To the air, Allen. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. They should have got more out of that, though. He was wide open.
I love how emphatic you are with that call, because that's exactly what I was thinking. Wide open in the flat. Give him a ball that he can use to get upfield with, not just catch and go over the sideline. They cost themselves some yardage there.
And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 24-yard line. How about 25 yards on 3rd down? They'll take it. So there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. A quick throw going to be caught by Diggs. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
Right there, he rose to the occasion late in a close game.
It's something he thought about, dreamed about, and worked on throughout his career. Because in these types of situations, he wasn't going to allow extra coverage to keep him from getting the football.
And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. They run here with Singletary, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
77 yards on the ground for him so far.
That's good hard running right there on 1st and goal. That gets him down to the 2 and puts a lot more pressure on that defense.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Singletary again. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Now Allen. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage, after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
Bit of a pressure spot here for Tyler Bass.
This for a 4th quarter lead. The kick by Bass is good. And the Bills have taken the lead here in the 4th. So it was 4th down and 1 in the red zone, but they elect to take just the 3.
And I'm a little bit surprised that that's exactly what they decided to do. I kind of thought that they would go for it in that situation. But sometimes I'm sure you just think to yourself, take the 3 points, put them in your pocket, and move on.
So after knocking through the field goal, here's Bass to kick it away.
Duvernay now going to bring it out. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Ravens ready to take over. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 22. Now it's Jackson. Targeting Dobbins again, and he's got it again. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards there and a first down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And some room to maneuver. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give him 17 on that pickup. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
Right back to Dobbins on 1st. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
2nd and 7. Another run here with Dobbins. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
But if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4. That seemed to be linebacking 101 on how to diagnose and stop a run.
And what we're doing nowadays is we're taking those former safeties, those bigger guys, and making them linebackers to utilize their speed. He just made an absolute beeline after he diagnosed that play and ended up making a nice tackle on it.
The Ravens send their punter out now as he's on for the 5th time here today. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. The Bills offense back out onto the field. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Right back to Singletary on 2nd down. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
And this defense going to bring out a couple extra DBs here on 3rd and a yard. They'll try and run for this with Singletary. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
Here's the punter, Martin, out to kick it away. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. They'll start by running the option to the right. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Well, he's had success running the football in this one. Yeah, that's undeniable. But that time, the defense was on to it.
And partner, I think the more you see a play like this, the more they're able to diagnose it quicker and easier for them to defend it. I think you have to dress it up a little bit and show maybe some different formations and looks.
On 2nd and 12, Jackson flush to his right. Well, that's complete to the fullback, Ricard. They'll give him 4 yards there, and 3rd and 8 now.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes that's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense, because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Under 4 to play now. Clock running, 3rd down. Here's Jackson. And this is going to be incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. The Ravens send their punter out now, standing just about on his own goal line. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Buffalo offense back out ready to go. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line.
Well, that takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we could make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it. And that's exactly what they did.
The offense for the Ravens returns to the field. What a big fourth-quarter fumble recovery a moment ago. And now they are set up with a chance to take the lead. After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. That one complete to Prochet. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it, because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic and people wanting to put a little contact on him. Really well done.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. And his throw here's incomplete. He was looking for Rashad Bateman there, and it's 3rd and short.
That was well defended. They clamped down on every available receiver. Just got to give the win to the defense on that snap.
A potential field goal, if you're thinking about that, almost 55 yards from here as they try to get closer on 3rd down. Now Jackson taps this forward jet sweep. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. Well, they tried to catch him by surprise, I think, there with that little pop pass on 3rd down, but no luck.
You're right about no luck, but I did like the idea. I like the thought process. Make an unconventional call on 3rd down sometimes. It can pop big. In this case, it didn't.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. You talk about a big kick under pressure in the fourth quarter. I mean, that wasn't like a 33-yarder. That was long distance.
Not only does it show the faith that they have in him, but also remember, if they miss that one, they're giving up the ball near midfield, so they had to be very confident that he was going to put that one through the post.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. McKenzie now from his end zone. And he returns this to the 22. Josh Allen and the offense now. Down by 2. 2:18 on the clock. Needing at least 40 yards, you'd have to think, to have a shot. On first down, Allen. Flushed out right. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain. That one checks all the boxes, doesn't it? You get the first down, check. Get out of bounds, stop the clock, check.
Though, how about one last check? Keep your quarterback from getting hit. That's a big check.
Yeah, check there as well. Good call. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Allen going to throw. He'll get this out wide to Singletary. And he'll wind up picking up about 4, as that is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. And meanwhile, Allen's throw going to be caught by Davis. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 40. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs.
That's exactly what they were looking for. If they get another gain like that, they'll be right there in field goal range.
And the tension building. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Allen. He's got his target. It's the tight end Knox. Down inside the 10. Touchdown, Bills. Dawson Knox, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bills have taken a fourth-quarter lead.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Here's Bass now for the extra point. And the lead is up to 5. So that drive, 4 plays. And it culminates in a Bills touchdown. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Now it's the Ravens' turn, trailing by 5. Less than 90 seconds to go. Needing to go pretty much the length of the football field as they have it 1st and 10. Throwing, Jackson. Dobbins with it. They find some open field here. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
Brandon, it's okay what they're doing right now. Still able to work the middle of the field, but you know sooner or later they're going to have to stop the clock.
Counting down toward a minute to go in this football game. Jackson to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
Nice solid gain there, partner, but the clock is starting to become his enemy.
Absolutely. Every second right now, more and more precious as it ticks. Counting down to 30 seconds remaining. Now Jackson. On a huge mistake late, it's intercepted. Jair Elam makes a pick, and the Bills have just about sewn up this football game. When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that, because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
Back now on offense, the Buffalo Bills. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point, as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. They go right back to Singletary. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, they go with Singletary. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3. Here's Sam Martin now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete. Well, it took us until the final play, Charles, to officially decide a winner. Although on that last play they were so backed up, it would have taken a miracle, and they couldn't get that miracle done.
Well, I like how you stayed with it, because we both knew that this had to go down to the last play, and neither side was going to exhale until that play concluded, because we've seen the improbable before. A couple of laterals, maybe some poor defense on the back end. They might have gone all the way to the end zone. In this case, though, it didn't happen. Perhaps next time.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports.
Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Here come the Ravens, and that means here comes Lamar Jackson, league's MVP, and an All-Pro in 2019.
And he remains the league's premier rushing threat and one of the biggest playmakers among quarterbacks. His goal each and every season, continue to expand his game as a passer and become well-rounded. All those highlight reel plays you see, they come off the fact that he can run it, throw it, and scares defenses every time he takes a snap.
They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
That's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now Jackson. His throw incomplete.
Nowadays, quarterbacks don't mind throwing into coverage because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
3 and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. Throwing is Jackson. Open man is Duvernay. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. It's a gain of 9, but it's also going to mean a punt here on their opening drive.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
Fourth down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. A call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. Here come the Bills, and you don't have to look hard to find their 5th-year star QB, taken 7th overall back in 2018, Josh Allen.
And in this league, there are many quarterbacks who have their most success running the ball, while there are others who have big arms. There aren't too many guys who can do both, and at the end of many games, this guy leads his team not just in passing, but in rushing as well.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. Off play action. Allen. And his throw is incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Allen. That's caught by Gabriel Davis. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo 1st down.
Nice 1st down pickup there for Gabriel Davis, who really announced his presence last season. Playoff record, 4 touchdowns against Kansas City, also over 200 yards in that game. People in Buffalo really believe this guy's going to continue to develop as one of their top receivers.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Allen. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. The intended target there was Gabriel Davis, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Oh, they'll certainly be on the tablets going over that one for sure. Clearly, they were expecting something else out of the defense and couldn't adjust to make that completion happen.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Devin Singletary with his first carry of the game. And he'll be stopped at about the 38 after a pickup of 4. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Here's Allen to throw it. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Only 2 yards, and it'll be a punt on their opening possession.
Yeah, on 3rd down, you know those pass rushers, they're in the starter's block. They're just waiting for the pistol to fire. You can almost just hear the defensive coaches on the sideline pre-snap. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Really good job there of identifying it and making the play to force fourth down.
On fourth down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 17. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes at it a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that. And here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game. And all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
Jackson going to hold on to it again. Takes this to the 45. Not much space there after the nice move. Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
I think what we just saw there, partner, was linebacking speed that can trump O-line power. We see that at times because he filled the gap before the offensive lineman could get to the next level and take him on.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Jackson to Andrews on that one. First down, Baltimore.
That was a route run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw it, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll try and run the option left side. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Well, he'd had success earlier in the drive, keeping it himself. Not here, though.
And sometimes when you have that kind of success, you can fall in love with the option a little bit too much and not give the defense credit for making adjustments themselves. And that play starts to lose its effectiveness.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. 3rd down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard.
Well, they went back to him, but the results were similar, so I highly doubt that he'll get another opportunity here on 3rd and long.
Two running plays go backwards, so what's the call on 3rd and 13 now? To throw is Jackson. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
Nice call by the defense there on 3rd down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
And this
This is off the left upright, and it comes back. It's no good. And this will remain a scoreless game.
And anytime you see a kicker trot out to try one for 56 yards, you know everything's got to come off perfectly for it to have a chance. If the laces aren't quite right, if he doesn't hit the fat part of the ball just right, it's unlikely to go through, and that one winds up no good.
So here come the Bills out for their second drive. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Allen's throw here taken in by Knox. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender. But the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
Working with 2nd and 5 now. Throwing now is Allen. And Davis has it over the middle. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. To the air, Allen. It's complete. He dials up Davis once more. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Throwing again on 2nd down. Allen. A quick throw going to be caught by Diggs. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 15-yard line. 14 yards that time for number 14. Okay, so now the question, how did he get that wide open?
Well, we both know that he shouldn't, because from the time they handed out scouting reports before this game, he was circled, starred, everything. Find him, cover him. But sometimes you can scheme a guy open. You put the receivers in a bunch. Maybe you move some motion. Maybe you put him on the backside of a formation, and all of a sudden you've got a better matchup. Every now and then, the offensive guys, they figure a way to get him open, even with everyone keeping eyes on him.
And that's certainly a guy they want to keep trying to scheme open. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on 1st down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid gain to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
To throw again on 2nd down. Allen. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It was Justin Houston, the native of Statesboro, Georgia, with a sack.
They've got all over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Allen. And he's got his tight end Knox for a Bills touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Bills are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore. Their first passing touchdown of the ball game, and they go to the big tight end in those sure hands, and he provides the score.
Certainly looked like they were focused on taking away other weapons, and he certainly made them regret that because he found the soft spot, ended up taking it to the end zone. Nice throw, too, to complete the play.
An extra point by Bass, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it ends in a Buffalo touchdown. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time? Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him. Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jackson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Here's Jackson to throw. And that'll be caught by the big tight end, Andrews. And he does not get to the first down marker as they stop him at the 19. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, the big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get into that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
Out now is a punter, Jordan Stout. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Singletary to get the drive started. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
A give, Singletary right side. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5. We haven't seen much from him running the football here this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Now Allen. There's Stephon Diggs for the catch on the slant. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
They'll run on first down with Singletary. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. The running game fully in sync, 1-11 on that play.
And sometimes it comes from the offensive coordinator, understanding what he thinks the defense is going to do and dialing up the perfect play. Sometimes the quarterback, though, can look at the defense realize he needs to change it to a run, and that gets it done in a big way as well.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Singletary, they'll go up the middle. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense, I think, in the future. If you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Now Allen. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
So on 4th down, out is Tyler Bass in the Buffalo field goal unit. From the right hash, and this one just a chip-in. The kick by Bass is good, and the Bills will add on to their lead. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
So after the made field goal, 10-0 here early as the kick's away. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. Here comes the Raven offense now ready for another possession. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, they always talk about playing great team defense, and that was an excellent example right there. Everyone on assignment, no one in the wrong spot, everyone filling their gaps.
Now Dobbins again on 2nd down. Room here to run. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That good for 22 and a 1st down. $10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. An option handoff here to Dobbins. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins.
And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well right at them and right up the middle.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Play action. Now Jackson. Oh, this is going to be caught along the sidelines. Probably shouldn't have been caught. He's going to lose yardage there. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
I think they tried to fool him on that one. You know, being able to throw the ball to the fullback position. No one was fooled on that play.
No, lost yardage. You think they should yank that one from the playbook, at least for the time being?
I think what you do is you take it out and you evaluate it next week in practice.
Jackson's throw brought in here by Bateman. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 37. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed, and his elusiveness, and the ability to get him on the ground, how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 37-yard line. They go back to the ground with Dobbins. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Those are the plays this defense needs with the deficit they're facing.
It certainly is, and they've got to continue to swarm the football and hope that someone, while they're holding up the ball carrier, can get in there and rake it and lock it free. They need to get some takeaways as well.
And they run the option on 2nd down. And he'll be taken down at the 34. He'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a 3rd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
On 3rd down, here's Dobbins. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
Partner, there are strong running plays, and then there are plays where you simply outclass the defense, and we saw the latter there. They ran straight up the heart of that front for an excellent gain and first down. Simply put, you've got to put up more of a fight defending the middle. Otherwise, this is going to be a long game.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Well, they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here. It looked like almost some miscommunication defensively, because once he decided to keep it, he had pretty smooth sailing.
Yeah, it became a question of, wait a minute, who's got the quarterback? And when you talk about miscommunication, it's supposed to be called assignment football on the defensive side of the ball. But the assignment gets mixed up. That's the end result.
Now they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. Play action. It's Jackson. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Ravens are back within a score. This defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number 1.
It should be number 1, and in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit because the receivers can't run past anyone because they'll run out of real estate, you should have all eyes on Lamar Jackson when the ball is snapped and try and keep him back in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't think that they were surprised he was running it there. They just couldn't stop it, and he ends up in the end zone. Justin Tucker for the extra point.
And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it was capped off by the touchdown run that came from Lamar Jackson. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25. Well, let's spotlight Devin Singletary as this offense comes back out. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back. And that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on first down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
Allen going to keep it again. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down. This offense so far on third down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Allen. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Well, they came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their third drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
Now the punter, Sam Martin, called on to kick it away here. Fielded just inside the 20. And a 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. And the Ravens taking the field. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you called it the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. Here's Jackson. That's for Bateman, and it's intercepted. And the Bills will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. They'll start following the interception in great field position at the 45. So good field position for the Bills as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. So after the INT, it's Allen. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. And the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up 2nd down.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Allen now looks to throw. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the 1st down marker. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
I certainly like what he did right there because He smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit, and he gets a small gain on the play.
Throwing is Allen on third. Working the middle here. That's complete to Knox, the tight end. And I don't think he got there. No. He's short by maybe a foot. Maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
I thought maybe when he caught, he'd have a good chance of getting that first down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for Buffalo. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Now Dobbins again on 2nd down. A yard in the wrong direction. Makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
Brandon, that's what you call being manhandled at the point of attack. And I know the offensive line gets a lot of blame for that one. But occasionally, the defense just knows what you're going to do. Maybe they scouted it perfectly. Maybe someone tipped it off. But on that play, it had no chance.
On 3rd down, Jackson. A throw taken in by Tylan Wallace. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A 1st down and then some. Give him 29 yards.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Jackson with a handoff to Dobbins on the option. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain. So you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
Now Dobbins again on 2nd down. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
Throwing is Jackson. That's going to be caught along the sideline, and what a job of keeping his feet in bounds. They say that's a catch. That's a 1st down and then some, a 32-yard pickup. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got it? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. On the option right is Jackson. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. Coming up on 2nd and 7. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a third down.
When a drive goes this long, you have to give a lot of credit to the guys up front, those big fellas, because the offensive line is putting something together that allows them to continue to control the ball. I know a lot of people think they get fatigued on a long drive. Actually, a lot of times the reverse happens. They actually get energized because they're controlling the ball, and they're the ones dictating to the defense.
Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Devin Duvernay, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens have moved out in front.
CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And lead is now 14-10. That time a 9-play drive. And it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. McKenzie now from his end zone. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. And now out come the Bills.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Isaiah McKenzie hauling it in. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. To throw, it's Allen.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
This is where the NFL is headed year by year, partner. A league where just about everyone has someone under center who can get you with their legs as well as their arm. And we've certainly had a nice display of that from both QBs in this game. And that continued with that first down run.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
The Bills on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Here's Allen to throw it. Going deep for Diggs. This is caught inside the 15.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. Allen going to throw. He will find Diggs in the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo.
10 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Bills are once again back in front. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And it's now 17-14. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And now here come the Ravens. They came out not so hot. The first quarter, they were sputtering a little bit, but they seem to have stayed the course and really righted the ship here in the second.
Well, let's face it, all the preparation that goes into getting ready for a game, all the scouting reports, the practice, the repetition, sometimes you hit a little bit of a lull to start things off. Maybe
in a double coverage, and it's intercepted. Jair Elam makes a pick. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Allen. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And these are the situations that really test the defense, those sudden changes. They're already inside field goal range to start the possession. Their goal now, keep it to a long kick, if indeed they end up trying one.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Back to throw. Allen. It's complete to Diggs. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Throwing now is Allen. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner. Everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Second and 8 coming up. Again, he'll drop to throw. Quick toss to Knox. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. They run here with Singletary. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be second and goal.
Good work there, holding him out on first down. And this is going to be a battle down here on the goal lines. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
Second and goal from the 1. They'll look to run with Moss. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. Zach Moss taking it in from a yard out. And the Bills will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop them.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
Bass on for the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Ravens going to get one more drive here in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Jackson to the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and it'll be second down.
I like the thought process, I like the design, but I think he may have waited a little too long to spot his man, because if you're going to run that drag route, you've got to put it on him and let him turn upfield. Instead, he waits until his receiver's too close to the sideline, and they don't get the yards after the catch.
They'll go option on second down, right side. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. From the gun on third down, Jackson. That would complete to Prochet. And he will have a Ravens first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. Now Jackson. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. Oh, looking for Andrews downfield. And incomplete on the deep ball. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, BG, thanks very much, and welcome one and all to our beautiful new downtown Orlando studios for this EA Sports Halftime Report. First, though, let's get a check on the next-gen stats from that first half for the Bills, and they've had plenty of success throwing the football so far this afternoon, as they're on pace to throw for over 300 yards if their form holds. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, we check on their numbers on the ground in the first half, as they know they'll need to be better to overcome this halftime deficit.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. McKenzie now from his end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Bills offense set to take over to begin quarter number 3. But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead. Now a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, and believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game.
Oh, Davis lost it. It's loose. And the Ravens have got it. CD, that's one of those plays you put a mark by. I mean, that could be a big momentum swing here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Yeah, we may have to revisit it, right? Because if that drive ends up in the end zone, they're sitting pretty at that point. Now, instead, it's a 2-score game that has a chance to tighten up considerably.
And they'll run the option to start the drive. Past the 20. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down.
Pretty nice play here. They go read option, read the defensive end, and when he collapsed down inside, how about the quarterback pulling it, keeping it, and not only getting to the second level, but picking up some really nice yardage.
Very, very well read. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Dobbins going to take the handoff on the option.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Option play, and they'll hand to Dobbins.
And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more.
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line.
Ed Oliver, that time to want to get in there and bring him down.
Even after 3 seasons in the league, you can sense that there's room for a huge breakout by Ed Oliver. He has the potential to decimate the line of scrimmage and get to the quarterback from the interior.
So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try.
From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt.
Tucker's kick is good, and this is back down to a 7-point game. So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and they'll be left with second and a couple. A give up the middle to Singletary. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 50 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here. And meanwhile, Allen's throw going to be caught by Davis. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. On play action, Allen. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown. So they were down by a touchdown, probably just hoping the defense could hold it, maybe force the punt. Instead, they forced the turnover and take it into the house.
Well, the plan was perfect. That's exactly what they wanted. Instead, they got a lot more than that. Big-time capitalization by taking the ball away and putting it in the end zone.
Tucker now to add the point after. And that will tie our game here in the 3rd quarter. So not only the coffee, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. McKenzie now from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Bills ready to take over. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. He'll give it to Singletary here to start the drive. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front and then maybe a guard can slide up to the 2nd level and block a linebacker, that's when you have success running the football.
The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Singletary again. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Singletary here running out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Allen looks to throw on 2nd down. And Diggs has it. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Allen to Diggs there for a Buffalo first.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Two first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen. On the catch, it's Crowder. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it's 2nd down. Allen. Over the middle, complete. That's Davis. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Allen now on 1st down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's McKenzie. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there at 22. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. On the handoff, it's Singletary. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive can take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Right back to Singletary on 2nd down. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play, backwards a yard.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. Now Allen. And that is incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
Tyler Bass out for the Bills field goal. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. The kick by Bass is good. And the Bills have come back to regain the lead. So give them 3 on that drive. You know, normally you'd say, we'll take it. But the way points have been flying around, it feels like a little bit of a letdown.
Yeah, you just have to wonder, are field goals going to be enough? Because as you pointed out, the way touchdowns have been scored, does kicking a field goal actually put you at a disadvantage the rest of the way?
So after knocking through the field goal, here's Bass to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. Just, I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Now Jackson taps this forward jet sweep. Had the nifty footwork, but only able to get it to his own 20. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him. Jackson. Going for the deep ball. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
The Ravens send their punter out now as he's on here to punt it away. That's pulled in at the 32. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The football back to the Bills and Stephon Diggs. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
On the give, this is Singletary. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. Odafe Oweh so quick. And he gets to him there behind the line.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. From the gun, it's Allen. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Allen now looks to throw. Out to the left, he's got his tight end, Knox. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
If this were baseball, we'd call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the first down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a fourth down.
Singletary, they'll run for it. Yeah, maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. That's a fourth down pickup of 10 yards and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side.
Okay, you and I are sitting up here getting ready to analyze whether they should go for it or not. Did you see the quarterback just point to the sideline and say, everybody back, I've got this call?
Well, you knew this side of the field, they're in plus territory, 4th and 1. He wasn't coming off the field.
No, he wasn't coming off the field, and he wasn't letting the offense go with him at all. He said, we're staying out here, and we're picking this one up. That's some leadership right there.
So they get the conversion on 4th, and now from the 25, they operate with a 1st and 10. They go right back to Singletary. 76 yards on the ground for him so far.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. On the counter, this is Singletary, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4, now 3rd down.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great, because I think on that one he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
The kick by Bass is good, and that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. A second field goal here in this 3rd quarter, and his 3rd of the game so far.
He's been an important part of the offense, that's for sure, and they may need him again before this one's said and done. So I would treat him like a pitcher throwing a no-hitter. Leave him alone and let him focus.
So after knocking through the field goal, here's Bass to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. The Ravens ready to take over. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. It's his guy out in the flat.
And so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. He had the option there, decided to keep it, exposed himself and fumbled it.
Yeah, and you worry about the hits he's going to take in that situation. In this case, not only does he take the hit, he coughs the ball up, as you noted.
Yeah, here come the Bills. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met. An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. Play action. Now it's Allen. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore. So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. It's the Bills with a lead and the football here to begin the 4th quarter. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. He certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to make it a 2-score game. The kick by Bass is good, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. So that's, CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
So after knocking through the field goal, here's Bass to kick it away. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. A tougher task for them now. That turnover on their last possession led to the field goal, meaning that they have to now try to erase a 2-score deficit here in the 4th. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 22. He's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Give him 32 on the play. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson. He'll find Bateman once more. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
Now Jackson on 1st down. Open man is Duvernay. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect.
And the Ravens are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
They'll run with Dobbins.
He juked him, and he will force his way into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown.
J.K. Dobbins
Taking it in from 7 yards away.
And the Ravens have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play and actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
Tucker with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. 5 plays there on that drive.
And it's finished off by a touchdown run from J.K. Dobbins.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
This taken in at the goal line.
And the Bills getting set to go.
And they've seen their lead nearly extinguished after that last score, but bottom line, they are still on top with the football, and a touchdown on this drive would really put them in position A.
1st down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Rolling to his left.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
It's been a nice day for him as a passer and as a runner. One of the few mistakes he's made in this ball game. The wrong choice on that one. That one goes incomplete.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Allen. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd.
And he'll get this underneath to Singletary.
And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
Here's Sam Martin now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. Now fair catch is called for and taken at the, we'll call it the 37-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 38.
He'll start with a handoff to Dobbins. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 75 yards on the ground here for Dobbins, and a first down coming up. And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
Yeah, and that's a run born out of ferociousness. He took on that initial contact and in his mind just screamed, "Out of my way," and kept right on going and wound up turning it into a big play.
And the next-gen stats shows us the tale of how much yardage he was able to pick up after the initial contact. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down.
And that's another big-time run, and it sure looks like the leverage game is being won by the offensive line. They're the low man on just about every snap, and they're winning, pushing back the defensive front and creating great space for their runners.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. An option handoff here to Dobbins. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice, dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
Second and 5 now. Jackson. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And the Ravens are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. One more time with Dobbins. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Sometimes you get all those big guys down there in one spot, and there's just nowhere to go. And in this case, the defensive tackle used his strength and swallowed him up.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Here's Jackson to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Tylan Wallace, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. Oh, such great concentration. They're going right up against the side of the end zone, but able to get the feet in bounds.
There's so many things that go into that catch, and you just mentioned the concentration, being able to catch the football, get your feet down in bounds, hang on to it all the way through the process of the catch. That was a phenomenal play.
And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed, and in a tight game like this, they're going to take a good long look at it. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is up to 5. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it's capped off by the Baltimore score. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. On first down, they'll start out with Singletary. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, kind of just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
On 2nd and 9, Allen. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
Kudos for the defense from me on that one because they were prepared the whole way for him to try to escape and hit them for more yardage running it. I like the way they stayed zeroed in on him and kept him contained when he pulled the ball down. I think he was fortunate to get what he did on that run.
And that is caught. It's Davis. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did for big yardage and a 1st down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Here's Allen. And that, nearly picked off. Well, it would have been a great time for their first interception of the game. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Allen's throw is complete, and the tackle going to be made at the 38. On play action, Allen. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he is going to have the Bills' 1st down as he pushes forward for a couple on 4th and inches. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. A new lease on life after the 4th down conversion. Here's 1st and 10. To the air, Allen. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Justin Houston able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback quarterback's not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Second and 10. Singletary, they'll go up the middle. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. 97 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll run out of the gun with Singletary. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. To throw, it's Allen. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Queen. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Now Tucker to add the PAT. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. We'll see if they can band back together after the pick 6. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A 2-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. Out to his left. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Here's Allen to throw it. Now they go screen. It's complete. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
So the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. Allen from the gun on 3rd down. And he completes it to the tight end Knox. And he is going to have a Bills 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Throwing on first down is Allen. Man open, here is Crowder. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Allen. Pass incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Allen. And Diggs has it. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. Clock running, about to hit 90 seconds to go in the game. Here's Allen. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Now Allen, gotta have this one. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here, maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the fourth quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They run the option here on 1st and 10. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. The Ravens taking a knee with victory seemingly in hand here. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. The Ravens taking a knee with victory seemingly in hand here. And the defense, they'll spread the field, a dime package here on 3rd and 12. Down to a knee goes Jackson, and that should seal it.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.